Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am VC Pramod with the news at 9. The headlines. Voting in 51 constituencies across 7 states for 5th phase of Lok Sabha elections tomorrow. Centre accords top priority to restoration of power and telecommunication services in cyclone-affected states. Sri Lanka deports over 600 foreign nationals including around 200 Islamic preachers after Easter Sunday terror attacks. And in sports, Saurav Ghosal wins while Joshna Chinappa retains Asian Individual Squash Championship title at Kuala Lumpur. Kings 11 Punjab beat Chennai Super Kings by 6 wickets in IPL Cricket. Another match underway between Mumbai Indians and Kolkata Knight Riders. Elaborate arrangements have been made for peaceful conduct of 5th phase of Lok Sabha elections tomorrow. 51 constituencies spread over 7 states will go to polls in this phase. Polling will take place from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. Voting will take place for 14 seats in Uttar Pradesh, 12 in Rajasthan, 7 each in Madhya Pradesh and West Bengal, 5 in Bihar and 4 in Jharkhand. In Jammu and Kashmir, polling will take place in Ladakh and Pulwama and Shopian districts of Anantnag constituency. In Rajasthan, all preparations have been completed for smooth and swift polling. More on this from our correspondent.
Total 134 candidates, including 16 women, are in election fray for these seats, including some prominent faces. These are Central Minister Rajyavardhan Rathore, Arjun Ram Meghwal. 4-layer security arrangements have been made for peaceful polling. Interstate borders have been sealed. Basic facilities have been ensured for all voters, while special arrangements have been made for Divyang voters. 111 model polling booths have been set up, while 133 polling booths will be managed by women staff only. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In West Bengal, all arrangements have been completed for tomorrow's poll, which will cover 3 districts. These are Barakpur, Bongaon in North 24 Parganas, Howrah and Ulubedia in Howrah, Srirampur, Hooghly and Arambagh in Hooghly districts. More than 1,67 lakh voters will decide the political fate of 83 candidates. Our Kolkata correspondent reports that security along the Indo-Bangladesh border has been tightened.
Strong security measures are in place to ensure free and fair voting. Besides state security, around 528 companies of Central Paramilitary Forces have been deployed. Prominent candidates are in the fray includes former Railway Minister Dinesh Tribodi, Kalyan Banerjee of Trinamool Congress, former Trinamool Congress MLA and BJP nominee Arjun Singh and cine actress Loket Chatterjee of BJP. Basically, industrialization and employment are major key issues of elections this time. Arijit Chakraborty from Kolkata for AIR News.
In Uttar Pradesh, the polling parties with EVMs and poll-related material have reached the polling centres. Our correspondent has filed this report.
More than 2 crore 50 lakh voters, including 3,39,000 new voters, are eligible to vote in this phase of election. 182 candidates are in fray. The key contestants in this phase are Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh, Congress President Rahul Gandhi, Union Minister Smriti Zubin Irani, UPA Chairperson Sonia Gandhi, Congress leader Nitin Prasad and Samajwadi Party's Poonam Sinha. SP-BSP RLD alliance has not fielded its candidate in Amethi and Raebareli. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Madhya Pradesh, voting will be held in Tikangat, Damoh, Khajuraho, Satna, Rewa, Hoshangabad and Betul tomorrow. All these seats are currently with the BJP. Our correspondent has more on this.
In Madhya Pradesh, 15,240 polling stations have been set up for polling in 7 parliamentary constituencies. Around 67,000 polling personnel have been deployed to manage the elections. Around 3,000 polling stations are marked as critical, while more than 3,000 polling stations will be monitored through webcasting and CCTV. 454 polling booths of all 7 Lok Sabha seats will be fully operated by women and 43 centers will be run by Divyang employees. Around 1 crore 19 lakh voters will decide the political fate of 110 candidates, including 9 women in this phase. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
In Jammu and Kashmir, the third and final leg of polling in Pulwama and Shopian districts of South Kashmir in the 3-phase schedule for Anantnag parliamentary constituencies is scheduled tomorrow. Elaborate security and other arrangements have been put in place to ensure free, fair, peaceful and violence-free elections in the highly volatile South Kashmir region. As many as 695 polling stations have been established across the districts for smooth conduct of the elections. The voting timing has been fixed from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. In Assam, repolling will be held in 7 polling stations tomorrow. Out of these, 5 polling stations are located under Dhubri constituency, while the remaining 2 booths come under Kokrajhar seat. Polling for both the seats was held in the third phase. Campaigning is gaining momentum for the 6th and 7th phases of Lok Sabha polls. Star campaigners of different political parties are holding rallies and public meetings today for the remaining phases. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi held an election rally at Badohi district of Uttar Pradesh today. Addressing the rally, Mr. Modi said opposition parties do not want to acknowledge India's growing strength in the international arena. The Prime Minister also charged that the Congress was interested only in the welfare of its own leaders and their close family members. Mr. Modi also held a public meeting at Sagar in Madhya Pradesh. He alleged that due to Congress's poor governance, the country was deprived of basic amenities like pakka houses, electricity, toilets and bank accounts during the first 25 years of independence. He said Congress secured votes in the state by promising farm loan waiver, but they did not fulfill that promise. On Masood Azhar's listing by the UN as a global terrorist, Mr. Modi said that many countries have come together to debunk Pakistan. Mr. Modi also held a rally in the state capital Gwalior later in the evening. Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav addressed a rally in Uttar Pradesh's Pratapgarh. Talking to a news agency, he said SP, BSP, RLD alliance will decide who will form the government and become the Prime Minister. BSP Chief Mayawati asserted that no matter what, the alliance between SP, BSP will remain unbreakable. She was holding a press conference. Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh has accused the NDA government of leaving the economy in dire straits. In an interview to a news agency PTI, Dr. Singh said the Indian economy is overregulated and the government controls and interferences are aplenty, with even regulators having morphed into controllers. Meanwhile, senior BJP leader and Finance Minister Arun Jaitley rejected the former Prime Minister's accusation and said that Dr. Singh left behind an economy going downhill, policy paralysis and corruption in 2014. In a Facebook post, Mr. Jaitley said India was a part of the Fragile Five at that time, but now the former Prime Minister regards the world's fastest growing major economy as disastrous. Senior Congress leader and former MP Dr. Shakil Ahmed has been suspended today from the Congress party for anti-party activities. Congress National General Secretary Motilal Vora has issued the order in this regard. Action has been taken against Mr. Ahmed because he is contesting Lok Sabha election as an independent candidate from Madhubani parliamentary constituency in Bihar against official nominee of Grand Alliance. Congress MLA from Benipatti, Ms. Bhavana Jha, who has been given support to Mr. Ahmed in elections, has also been suspended by the party. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
News Services Division of All India Radio is broadcasting a special live program, Janadesh 2019, on the developments related to the general elections 2019.
Tune in to the FM Gold channel of AIR from 4:05 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. every day till the announcement of results to listen to this special program.
Centre has accorded top priority to restoration of power and telecommunication services in the cyclone-affected states. The directive was issued by Cabinet Secretary P.K. Sinha after a review meeting of the National Crisis Management Committee in New Delhi today. The committee also reviewed relief measures in West Bengal and Andhra Pradesh, which were affected by Cyclone Foni. Relief and restoration works in the affected areas are continuing in full swing. Food packets are being distributed in and around Puri by Indian Navy helicopters. Community kitchens have also been set up to ensure uninterrupted supply of food to the affected people. Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik announced relief and financial assistance for the cyclone-affected people in the state. He said all families covered under the National Food Security Act in affected districts will receive food aid. Mr. Patnaik said people in the affected districts will also receive 1 month of additional pension and house building assistance as per relief code.
rupees 95,100 for fully damaged structures, rupees 5,200 for partially damaged structures, and rupees 3,200 for minor damages will be provided. 70% water to Puri and Bhubaneswar, 40% has been restored of water, and more will be restored shortly.
Preliminary reports confirm 38 deaths in Odisha due to cyclone Phoni. More than 3 million power consumers in Odisha have been affected by the cyclonic storm. Special Relief Commissioner Vishnupada Sethi said that power supply to around 1 million consumers will be restored by tomorrow. Railway said 85 of the 138 trains cancelled are now operational. The main line to Bhubaneswar has commenced operations, while Puri will be ready to receive trains in about 4 to 5 days. Biju Patnaik International Airport in Bhubaneswar resumed its operation this morning. The Defence Ministry, through special transport planes and helicopters, are moving medicines and other relief material. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is assured of continuous support from the centre to cyclone-affected Odisha. He will be visiting the state tomorrow to take stock of the situation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has strongly condemned the killing of BJP's Jammu and Kashmir leader Ghulam Mohammad Mir, who was shot dead by terrorists in Anantnag district last night. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, Mir's contribution towards strengthening the party in the state will always be remembered. He said there is no place for such violence in the country. Jammu and Kashmir Governor Satyapal Malik has condemned the killing of Mir by terrorists. He directed the security grid to ensure early arrest of those responsible for the killing. The governor also directed the Chief Secretary to conduct inquiry into the killings of political leaders belonging to various political parties in the state during the past few months. Sri Lanka has deported over 600 foreign nationals, including around 200 Islamic preachers, and tightened visa regulations since the Easter Sunday attacks which killed over 250 people. Home Affairs Minister Vajira Abeyewardene said that the preachers had entered the country legally but were found to have overstayed their visas, for which fines were imposed, and they were deported from the country. More from our Colombo correspondent.
The minister said that government has decided to tighten visa restrictions considering the current security situation. He said government is concerned that foreign preachers could radicalize locals for repeat of attack. The government earlier issued gazette to ban preaching by foreigners, and Peace TV operated by Muslim cleric Zakir Naik was taken off air. Meanwhile, government schools are scheduled to open tomorrow after the Easter Sunday attack. Catholic schools and universities still remain closed, and one of the Buddhist clergy has called upon the government to keep government schools closed for another week in wake of security threat. Santosh Kumar for AIR News from Colombo.
In sports news, ace Indian squash players Saurav Ghosal and Joshna Chinappa won their respective Asian individual squash championship titles in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia today. Saurav Ghosal defeated Leo Ao Chun Ming of Hong Kong 11-9, 11-2, 11-8 to win the men's title. Joshna Chinappa, on the other hand, retained her title as she beat top seed Annie Au of Hong Kong 11-5, 6-11, 11-8, 11-6. In IPL Cricket, Kings 11 Punjab beat Chennai Super Kings by 6 wickets in their last league match at Mohali today. Put into bat, Chennai Super Kings scored 170 for 5. Kings 11 overhauled the target, scoring 173 for 4 with 12 balls to spare. Perched atop points table, Chennai have already booked their berth in the playoffs with 18 points from 14 matches. Punjab, placed 6th in the points table, are out of the playoff race. In the second encounter, the last league match between Mumbai Indians and Kolkata Knight Riders is underway in Mumbai. Put into bat, Kolkata Knight Riders were 83 for 4 in 14 overs when reports last came in. Mumbai Indians have already qualified for the playoffs. Today's match is however crucial for Kolkata because they still have a chance to qualify for the playoffs as Royal Challengers Bangalore defeated Sunrisers Hyderabad yesterday. And now, before we wrap up the bulletin, the headlines once again. Voting in 51 constituencies across 7 states for 5th phase of Lok Sabha elections tomorrow. Centre accords top priority to restoration of power and telecommunication services in cyclone-affected states. Sri Lanka deports over 600 foreign nationals, including around 200 Islamic preachers, after Easter Sunday terror attacks. And in sports, Saurav Ghosal wins while Joshna Chinappa retains Asian Individual Squash Championship title at Kuala Lumpur. Kings 11 Punjab beat Chennai Super Kings by 6 wickets in IPL Cricket. Another match underway between Mumbai Indians and Kolkata Knight Riders. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.